Hello, beautiful people. Darren here, and this is my 3-month update on Transcendental Meditation, and it has been a pretty incredible journey, and I'm going to try to explain how it's been going. What is transcending? Where does this thing take me? How does it work? And you know what? I'm going to try to explain it in the simplest, easiest way that I know how. And to do that, you know what? Why do we meditate? Why do we want to, achieve that, peace and quiet? Well, it seems like the mind is always running. It's always functioning. It's always doing something. This thing always has something to do. And if you ever tell yourself to just, stop thinking, that is probably the biggest joke that I've ever heard, because that doesn't work. I can't just tell myself to stop thinking. And you know what? Most people can't. This is why we look to some sort of meditation, some sort of peaceful practice to control those thoughts and make it a bit easier on ourselves, because it can get pretty overwhelming with all the things that we can think about, whether it's our job, our career, our love life, our social life, let alone, things that are coming at us on a day-to-day basis, whether it's our to-do lists, things on the news, and things that just seem to happen. So we're going to take a look at this. How does transcending work? And you know what? How do we actually quiet down the mind? So an example would be to say that the mind is like the ocean. So the mind, how it always has thoughts running through it, things are always coming up that we're always thinking about. It doesn't stop, even when we sleep. We can say that the ocean is just like the mind, and the waves of the ocean are like thought waves. They're always coming, they're always going, they're always passing through, but there's always activity happening on the surface of the ocean. And sometimes it may feel like we're in this ocean and we're just getting knocked around, we're getting slapped around, and our boat can't really handle it. And there's so many thoughts, and some of them are bigger than others. Some of us knock us around a bit more than others. We're gonna take a look at this example of the mind kind of like the ocean. So we're gonna draw ourselves the ocean, whether it's the Atlantic or the Pacific. That looks like the Atlantic Ocean. And you know what? Just like the mind, these waves are always happening. They're always flowing through. Some good, some bad, some we don't want. Sometimes we're on a good wave. And you know what? We're gonna draw ourselves right here on our boat. Sometimes we are in this ocean and we are getting knocked around. Sometimes this just seems like chaos, whether it be with our thoughts, whatever's happening. You know what? This is why we want to quiet down the mind, because this can be a bit overwhelming sometimes. So how does Transcendental Meditation work with this? Well, Transcendental Meditation is a mental technique, and you know what? Just like the surface of our thoughts and our experiences in life, there is a deeper aspect to it. So up here we have our 5 senses that we experience, and sometimes we get so caught up in it, we think that this is all there is to life. Everything that we can touch, taste, smell, see, and feel, we think that that's all there is. But guess what? Just like the ocean, there are depths to it. And just like our experiences in life, we have depth to ourself. And down here, in the deeper parts of the ocean, there is pure silence. There is a quietness that, yes, it's the same ocean that's up here that gets us knocked around, but the deeper we go, the quieter it gets. And what does that mean? The same thing with our thoughts. We get knocked around, but the second we go deeper and deeper and deeper, it gets quieter and much more peaceful. So what we want to do is, when we practice this, it is a mantra-based technique. So we practice it, we say our mantra, and we have thoughts. We're always going to have thoughts, but this is the technique. We want to get our thoughts, and we want to use our mantra, and we go deeper. And the deeper we go, the less thoughts we're going to have. We get less thoughts until we get less thoughts, and even less thoughts, and then we have here. So the deeper we go, the quieter it gets. And as you can see, the quieter it gets in the ocean. What happens when we reach this point and we cross this line? Well, this is the unbounded, ultimate peace, creative intelligence, There are many words to phrase this. Science calls it the unified field. We experience this unified field of infinite bliss, infinite energy, infinite potential. This is the Holy Grail. So once we go here, we experience this, then we come back up. And you know what? Once we experience this, it doesn't leave us. This is the ultimate form of energy, creativity that we can experience, and it only happens when we quiet down the mind and we get deeper and deeper. Then when we come back to our five senses, to our boat, we are unwavering in our day-to-day life, in our experiences, with our emotions, with our mental activity. We are unwavered. We are unshaken by all of these waves. Then it seems like, you know what, the waves are happening. We can even see the waves coming in from kilometers and kilometers away. We can even anticipate these waves, and you know what, they just don't bother us that much because we have experienced this ultimate form of energy, of creativity, of potential, and there's so many words for it, but once we experience it, that is universal, and we all have this ability to go down there and experience it, quiet the mind, experience that silence. And you know what? I have noticed that this has done wonders for myself on a day-to-day basis in terms of emotional stability, confidence, creativity, and just overall thinking. You can always tell when our thoughts are good thoughts or when they're, not so good thoughts, and sometimes we want to run away from it. But going down here, experiencing the transcendence and coming back up and enjoying our day-to-day life, it feels so much better and so worth it. So this is a brief explanation of transcending, how it works. Drop a comment, let me know what you think. Do you meditate? Thank you for watching, and take care until next time.